What is up, CTC family? Shaka Daniel here, aka Chase That Coin. And today we are going to do another late night cryptocurrency chat. I like these on the weekend. I might do these late night crypto chats on the weekend and do early videos during the week. So let's see how this works out. So again, we're gonna go over the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin chart is very interesting right now, in my opinion. The Stratus chart is also very interesting. Stratus within the last 4 hours. Right now it is 12:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So within the last 4 hours, we got a nice volume candle from Stratus on the 4 hour. So I wouldn't be surprised if it started to move. Excuse me, not we, but I am a part of this trade already. So I am bullish on it, of course. We're going to look into that, and we're just, talk about some things you guys find interesting. We're going to give it a few, let the stream build up. Everybody share this out. If you are new here, turn on post notifications and all of that good stuff. Okay, so we do got a few live viewers. I'm going to take my own advice and I'm going to share this out on Twitter. Please do the same. Hit the like button. All right, so we shared it out. For those of you who don't know, I am doing a giveaway on Twitter. So I'm giving away 100 Obsidian. Let's check out Obsidian really quickly. So I'm giving away 100 Obsidian on my Twitter. My Twitter is @ChaseThatCoin. So all you have to do is go to my Twitter, follow me, and find a tweet where it says that I'm doing the 100 ODN giveaway, and you just retweet it. But you have to be following me, and you have to retweet that tweet. You don't have to quote it and say anything, but just retweet it. And if you're following me and you retweet it, I will pick the winner at random. So I'm giving away 100 Obsidian to one lucky winner. See if you guys are in the chat. Mr. Z's, what's up? KD, what's up? Nog Fresh, yo. Boss Lady, what's up? What's up? Thomas Ho, what's good? What's up? When Moon, sir. Kenneth Bozak, what's up? The moderators are in the building. What's up, guys? All right, so let's take a look at BTC USD. BTC USD. And I like to zoom out just to get a feeling of the overall market, get a feeling of the direction that we're going in. And obviously we're in an upward direction. All right, so, but this spot for Bitcoin right here is a very interesting spot. So the 1193, excuse me, 11,000 I said, 11,093. So that's a very interesting level. The market has attempted to hit this level, to break this level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the last 7 4-hour candles. So it's definitely a very interesting level. And if it rejects away from this level, I would be expecting a pullback into 93.75. So that's what I want for Bitcoin. When I say that, it kind of throws people off because they're like, how do you want Bitcoin to go down? But I think it's healthy. I think it's definitely healthy. And when the market starts to extend away from the moving average, especially a quick moving average, I use a 7 and a 14. When the market starts to move away from these moving averages, with the moving averages, this blue line, it tends to pull back into it. So I'm expecting some pullback, at least into the moving average. But I would want a pullback into 93.73. That's what I would be looking forward to. Let's quickly look at Stratus before I go back into the chat. I am in the Stratus trade, like I said. I am in the Stratus trade. The Stratus trade on the daily, it looks good. I would like to see a little bit more volume on the daily, but it does look good. This big bearish candle, like I said, is definitely out of place. This candle right here is a weird candle, especially for the fact that for multiple days the bearish side did not continue. The bearish volume is very low. So we have a trend line within a trend line here. And let's look at that. All right, so we have the overall trend line, which is this upward red line, but I also was noticing another trend line, a smaller trend within the 4 hour, and that's what this baby blue line right here represents, a smaller upward trending line. So if the market keeps respecting this smaller upward trend within the 4 hour, that's just giving us even more confluence, and confluence is multiple reasons why something is going to do whatever it is that you think it's going to do. So it's just giving us more confluence as towards us thinking Stratus is very bullish. Once Stratus starts doing their ICO thing, they're testing it right now, if I'm not mistaken. They're testing it. Once they start to do that, and the Tumblebit wallet and certain things, I am very, very bullish Stratus right now. Someone asked me, my friend, someone else that I consider one of the, whatever, but one of my really close friends, he was asking me, what do I think? Where do I see Stratus? And I wouldn't be surprised as far as where I think Stratus should be with the things that it has coming up. I would say Stratus should have a market cap higher than Neo, and definitely probably higher than Neo, something higher, like higher than an Ethereum Classic. So from its current market cap to where I think it should be, Stratus could be around like $21, $22 within the next upcoming months or so. That's what I'm seeing for Stratus. As far as just in my opinion, where I think it should be. And that's basing it off of the coins that are in this area that have a $3 billion market cap. Ethereum Classic, Neo, these coins, EOS. There's a lot of hype driving EOS right now. It is definitely an interesting project. But what they're doing is they've put out a token before the project is launched. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Tezos is having some kind. They had an ICO and they're having some problems, right? So Charles Hoskinson put out his opinion on what's happening with Tezos. He published just his opinion on what's going on, and in his opinion, he thinks that the Tezos team should launch an ERC20 token because it would allow the people that want to get out, it would give them some liquidity so they can get out if they want to get out, and it would also kind of give people even more hope that yes, you are going to get a token when the product launches. So I was thinking maybe if they do that, and maybe looked at as a security down the line. We don't know how the SEC is going to look at these things, but people like Charles Hoskinson and those guys, they're smarter than me. So if they feel like it's a good idea to put out the ERC20 token for Tezos, it is. Hey, I'll go with it. If it dumps, I'm going to be scooping it up. What's up, guys? What do I think about PPT? Yeah, everybody go hit that like button. Every one of you go hit that like button. I appreciate it. What do I think about PPT? I did a quick look at PPT the other day. Off the top, if I remember, it's something to do with invoicing, right? The first couple times I looked into it, I'm not familiar with what it's trying to tackle as far as the invoicing niche or field. So I didn't really get it at first. But there is a lot of interest in this coin. As far as the coins that Cliff High has called, this is one of the better performing coins. Veritasium, it performed very well at first, but this is one of the better performing coins that Cliff High has called, and it has made it to Binance, which Veritasium has failed to do. Veritasium, let's look at something like Veritasium. Veritasium, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but other exchanges will not list it. So it's just on Ether Delta and this Mercatox, whatever this is. What's wrong with my computer? Oh, give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, so like I was saying, Veritasium, it is, for whatever reason, it's struggling to get on any other exchanges. So it is on it's on HitBTC. Okay. Even though I'm not a big fan of HitBTC at all. Like, especially, let me just check again before I say this. Especially with them listing BitConnect. I think they did list BitConnect. Yes. All of these exchanges that have listed BitConnect, I would stay away from. And that's just my opinion. Any exchange that's trading BitConnect is shady. And I just noticed that, well, whatever. Let's get away from that. But the Stratus trade is very bullish. I'm still bullish on Stratus. Populous, I can't give you an opinion as far as fundamentally, because I don't know enough about the invoicing, what it is that they're trying to do. I know a lot of people are very excited about this coin. That's why it's number 25. And it's fairly impressive that it's number 25 and is not listed on any big exchanges as far as Poloniex or Bittrex. So that's impressive. I will try to make an effort to look into Populous and try to understand the whole invoicing situation that they're trying to tackle. I wonder if Bitcoin, I don't know. I think, in my personal opinion, I think Bitcoin, it looks like it's going to go down. It definitely looks like it's going to go down. It looks like it's struggling. It looks like it's really struggling around 1091.3. All right, so 10,913. It looks like it's struggling around, and it's definitely struggling around 1100, 106. So these are very interesting. And notice, let's look at the volume. Notice how the volume has like this stair stepping, gradually. Even though we are still going up, the volume is just gradually building and breaking off. So unless we get 100% certainty that the CME futures are going to go live soon or something like that, if the volume keeps breaking down like this and it keeps struggling at an area where it's at an area where it could double top, or it's at an area where it's struggling to even break the body of the previous high, I would see Bitcoin going down. It's not a bad thing though. It's not a bad thing. So if you guys want to, if you guys are interested in this chart, it's on my Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at @ChaseThatCoin, and you can take a picture or whatever, screenshot this this chart that I have posted to see some possible entry points if Bitcoin starts to dip down. All right, and we're gonna make videos and try to, you know, give you a situation to help you through it, but just to have it in mind at some points where it's possible that you could start to buy in. I tweeted out earlier, if I was the type of person to buy Bitcoin a lot, I wouldn't start buying until the gun line, in hopes that we get a breakdown to what's that, 82.59. So I would start the dollar cost average in at the gun line in hopes that we get a breakdown to 82.59, and just continuously dollar cost average in on the way down. As I see a pivot and some upward price action, then I would up my position. So instead of a smaller dollar cost average, I would up it to a bigger, taking bigger chunks. So that's how I would go about it. And I also think that the market is expecting the same thing, because once the market started to struggle here, all right, and other traders are doing this as well, they notice the same action. Not only is the market starting to struggle at this area, Bitcoin USD, not only is it starting to struggle at this area, but the moving average is starting to curve over. All right, so the action is starting to slow down and curve over. The more it struggles up here, the more it's going to curve over, and then we're going to be looking for a bearish crossing to confirm that yes, we were in a downtrend for the last however long. So yeah, there's multiple reasons, but like I said, then again, Bitcoin is, out of everything that I've ever charted, Bitcoin has a tendency not to respect technicals. It does, but there's so many good news events, and you know, this company starting to use Bitcoin and this country is legalizing it, and it's just too volatile, and it's so thin that it's anything like that, it just breaks the whole trend. So the only other thing that reacts like this is some small market cap altcoins. They tend to not respect price action that much either. VTC, yeah, I'm very bullish VTC overall. Zombie TV, what's up? Zombie TV, you got a nice tip in the Obsidian Slack room today. Zombie TV says Stratus is going to break the top 10 in 6 months max. I would not be surprised. Like I said, from here, I'm looking, Zombie TV, I'm looking for Stratus. No, I want to do it like this. I'm looking for Stratus to, so where are we at, Stratus? 20, no, we're not 20. Yeah, 24. Okay. So I'm looking for Stratus to do a 4x as far as market cap. 3 to 4x from its current market cap. So that'll push Stratus like up here between 12 and 9 is what I'm looking for Stratus to do. Zombie CV says 6 months max. What is it? December, early December. So what, May, around my birthday? You said max, so I could see that too. I could see that too. Crypto, this crypto thing moves quick. And it should be up here. It definitely should be up here. NEM, I kind of know. I know what NEM does, but I haven't heard any kind of. Well, maybe I'm not looking. I'm pretty sure there's news and different things out there, but NEM has been up there, just sitting there for a long time. Neo has some things going for itself. It has some ICOs. Monero, solid project. Ethereum Classic does not have enough going for itself, in my opinion. Cardano, I am very bullish Cardano. Very bullish. I'm very bullish Tezos, and Cardano is similar to Tezos in many ways, and I like Cardano. IOTA, I'm starting to like IOTA a lot more. And just because it's not blockchain, so I feel like I kind of have to start to consider where can I place this in my portfolio, because it would be silly for me to not bet on the only thing up here that's really not blockchain. So I kind of feel like I have to start looking for an entry point. Not here. Matter of fact, let's look at this. Not at its current place. And remember, I've always said about IOTA, it's either terribly overpriced right now, or it's terribly underpriced. Okay, so we can look at IOTA. Isn't that the ticker? IOTA BTC, right? No, USD. Why? I don't know. That pair isn't there. Guess not. But anyway, I want to start considering looking for a position to get into IOTA, because I just feel like, it's worth a stab. It's maybe not worth as big as a position as something that I'm bullish on, like a EOS or a Tezos, because the way that I'm understanding EOS, and as far as the speed at which it can go, and the speed at which it can go as far as just what's built into the protocol, and then it could always build layer 2 solutions on top of it, meaning things like Segwit and Lightning, but their own version to scale it up even more. So, I'm pretty sure a blockchain is going to come out with something to do with Internet of Things that's still going to be able to you're still going to be able to keep the records of what's happened in the past. Because, in some senses I could see why IOTA doesn't need to really store the whole ledger. But in other instances, I'm like, that's not really cool for the Internet of Things. How is my Internet of Things object supposed to remember all the things that I bought in the past? And, I might want that again. So like things like that. So, but I do think I'm going to start betting on IOTA. Not now, but I'm going to have to consider a position on IOTA. ODN, ODN. Yeah, man, I'm bullish ODN. You already know I'm bullish ODN. I'm very bullish ODN. Um, they're doing their relaunch. What's that? What's today? So they're doing their relaunch on Monday. Twitter's going crazy right now. They're doing a relaunch on Monday, right? They have an application that's gonna launch on the 25th. It's a platform. They're already talking about what other kind of applications people want to see built. They got the master nodes. They got a custom dashboard so you can watch your monitor your master node from your phone, from your laptop, from your computer. Like, I like Obsidian. And on top of that, it is holding its value so well. So well. It's been between 5,700 and 6,100 Satoshis for like 3 days now. Just holding its value very well on very thin volume. That's just an indication to show you that people aren't selling this token. Now, what's going to happen as far as the two events, because the two events are spaced out. So this is a tricky one. I personally, full disclosure, I am not trading Obsidian. It's too thin, and I think it has a lot of upside. And one of the ways that I messed up with Stratus was by trading it and selling out of my position too early. You know, getting a few X's and being happy and selling out, and then looking for the next few X's and then forgetting about the project. And then, you know, but Obsidian, I see a lot of upside in it. I don't want to trade it. One, because it's too thin. And then two, because if you want to get a lot of the X's, you're going to have to hold. It's so thin. It's so small. You should hold it. So I'm not going to trade it. But for the people that want to trade it, it's going to be tricky because they have a relaunch event on the 4th. So the relaunch event, they're talking about bringing out the beta for the master node, as far as monitoring your master nodes and all of that. They're gonna have a new website, new white paper, new roadmap, new content on the website. They've been working with their partner Tamiko to refine their description of the product and the platform. So that's one day. And then you got like 2 weeks in between until the actual application launches. So either two things could happen. It could pump, right? It could pump between today and tomorrow, right, of the launch. So it could pump today, pump on the launch, and slowly sell off. But I don't think it's going to come back down here because people are going to see the pump. They're going to jump in. They're going to make good profit. Then they're going to start doing their research on it. Then they're going to be like, okay, this has another event in 2 weeks. So they're not going to really sell it off and dump it. And it's a platform. So that's going to intrigue people as well. You know, so it's going to sell off a little. It's probably going to sell off a little bit. And then we're going to see a real pop, depending on how good the app is. I think we'll see a pop off the app regardless. But if it's really good or pretty good day one, then I think Obsidian's going to really take off. I'm not trading it. I've been able to get a few master nodes in Obsidian, so I'm not trading it. I'm very, very bullish Obsidian. I'm very bullish also Sun Contract. Even though I have not started to scale into this yet, but I am very bullish Sun Contract. So you guys could never ever say I'm pump and dumping you, because I'm not even in on this. I'm not even in on this Sun Contract. But let's see Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin is struggling, people. Bitcoin is struggling. Yes, we might wake up in the morning and then we might be all the way up here. We might clear this whole range, come up here somewhere. But I doubt it though. I'm seeing some downward movement. I'm at least seeing some like an approach at least we're gonna approach 93.75 again. We may not hit it, but I think we're gonna approach it. Zombie TV says, buy 10K, wait a year, buy a Lambo. Ha. Nah, man, you can't get a Lambo. You gotta get a Tesla Roadster. Like, if you got a Lambo and I got my Tesla Roadster, you know, quarter mile, I'm gonna smoke you. I'm gonna smoke you every time. So I'm gonna need a little help with the Raspberry Pi, but I'm too late to join the Slack. Shaking my head. No, you're not too late to join the Slack. You can, they open a Discord. Speaking of the Discord, I just got promoted in the Discord today. Full disclosure, let you guys know everything that's going on. So no, I'm not getting paid to promote it. They don't give me anything. Even though I did make a video and I did get a tip of 27 Obsidian, which I am giving away on Twitter, which is a part of some of the Obsidian that I'm going to give away. I think I'm going to do 2 giveaways. So we'll give away a few hundred Obsidian. All you have to do is follow me on Twitter and look for the post where I say, you know, retweet it. Just follow me, retweet it, and I'll pick the winners on the 4th as they're doing their relaunch. So I did get promoted, as you can see right here. Contributors, Chase That Coin, Crypto Well, and Mr. Moneybags. So a contributor is whether you're just somebody who heavily promotes, whether it's through helping people out, answering questions in here, or making content, or, good posts on Reddit. So I'm a content maker, and they've seen my video, so I did get pushed up to a contributor. Nothing special comes with that, but anybody who wants to, if you can't get into the Slack, the Discord is open, same people are here. One team member is active right now. One mod is activated. So you can always come over there. What coins do you guys want to talk about? What do I think about PIVX and ARC? I'm very, very bullish PIVX. Yeah, I'm very bullish PIVX overall. As far as right now, we're jumping the gun. We drew this up. I think we drew this up yesterday. PIVX is in a really, really good formation right now. Now, I just want to put this out there. There is a difference between the triangle squeeze pattern. This is a triangle squeeze pattern, and a rising or a falling wedge. A rising and a falling wedge is one of the most vague, like just throw it out there kind of things, in my opinion. These, not to say that it doesn't work, because the rising wedge or the falling wedge, it is a representation of tension building up, but there's no real way, there's nothing to say why it can go in either direction. Now, a triangle squeeze, whether it be on a support or resistance, there's principles as to why this works, or as to why this may happen, or something may happen that you expect. With the wedges, that's a totally different thing. I see a lot of cryptocurrency traders on YouTube, on Twitter, and they're just abusing that wedge, because I can throw a wedge anywhere. I can just throw that on there. They're abusing that. And the RSI, that's really being abused within cryptocurrency. But I like PIVX. I wouldn't get in right here. If this candle was to close the way it closes, right, this candle right here, I would get in. But since I don't like to try to determine what active candles are going to do, I would rather this close because, you know, this thing could push down here. And there's still a little bit of space within the triangle squeeze. From my experience, the closer we get into the triangle squeeze, usually the more it's going to represent that it's not going to push up and it's going to push down. And it may push down temporarily before pushing up. So it is a good sign that it is showing upward pressure before it gets, you know, at the top of the squeeze. So that's that. I like pivots. ARC, let's look at ARC. ARC is another one a lot of people are excited about. I personally, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited about a bunch of projects that that aren't even launched yet. I'm excited about Cosmos, which is doing something similar to what ARC is doing, but it's doing it as far, in my opinion, it's just a more elegant and maybe has more use cases than what ARC is trying to do. And I'm excited about Tezos. I'm excited about a bunch of projects that aren't even real things that probably, some of them won't probably even launch, but who knows. But ARC is another one that the technicals are beautiful. It's been respecting technicals for months. It's been respecting this same trend line for months. Everybody go hit that like button, turn on post notifications. If you are new here and you want to have a chance to get some of your coins looked at and get some fundamental and technical views from someone who's been doing this for in early February, it's going to be 3 years for a long time. Hit subscribe and follow me on Twitter at Chase That Coin. I do, you know, we're doing a giveaway there, post charts and all kind of things. So I do like ARC. Right now we have somewhat of a squeeze, even though we've already broken out of the squeeze. Since this market is respecting technical so much, it has pulled back into the squeeze. So depending on what it does, for the next few days is going to determine whether I'm bullish or bearish ARC. Overall, I'm bullish ARC, and it's looking like it's, you know, forming a bowl. So overall, I am bullish ARC. Ideally, I would like to see some, I would like to see an approach here, some bullish action, and then I would like to get in somewhere down here. Up here isn't terrible, but the danger of getting in up here is that, you're risking the market pulling back on you a few percent, not much. To support, you're risking the market immediately pulling back on you 13%. So depending on your level of comfortability, are you the type of person where you're okay with 20%? People were really sick with when, a few weeks ago when alts were like just tanking, people were like stressed. I was fine because I'm planning for that in advance. That's how you choose what size trade am I going to do, and how much am I going to put in this position? How long am I going to hold it? You have to assess all that before you take the trade. And I wasn't in that many altcoins as far as risky ones. The most risky one I was in was Obsidian, and I'm very bullish Obsidian, so I was okay with holding that. We got a few live viewers. How many likes do we got? Everybody, please go hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. Hopefully one day we get to the point where I don't even got to tell you guys. You guys just like hit that like button for Shaka. Living off cryptos. What's up, brother? Yeah, the new Lambo is the Roadster. Waves looks like it might pop. I'll look at Waves. Yes, Bitcoin Cash is getting added to futures trading. I'm not going to. The Durag General, what's up, brother? What's up? What's up, man? I'm not gonna comment on the Bitcoin Cash futures comment because I don't know. I honestly don't know, and I don't want to say anything that I don't know. But I was gonna look at something. What was I gonna look at? Oh yeah, Waves. Why does that keep happening? What the hell? Waves does look like it's gonna pop. Waves look like it's gonna pop. It's in a support zone. The volume for the last few days has not been bad at all. On a lot of the charts, I am disregarding this candle right here. Was it this candle? Yeah, I think it was this candle that got created a few days ago. So on a lot of the charts, I'm disregarding this candle because it's just so out of place. And it was just due to Bitcoin almost hitting the 2.61 Fibonacci level in a straight line. So that's an extension level. It almost hit an extension level in a straight line. All right. So alts kind of dipped there. But we do have, all right, we do have a bullish engulfing and a continuation. So I do like Waves. Only thing I don't like about Waves as far as fundamentals, they got to, I don't know if they have, but they got to figure out that fake coin thing. Maybe they're making it too easy for people to make coins. So maybe that's the problem. Because they have a thing where you can name your coin the same thing as another legitimate coin. And people have to look for a green check next to the name to know that, okay, that's the coin. But, you know, people are just so when moon, you know? So nobody don't got time to look for green checks, man. Don't got time for that. We don't got time to be looking for green checks. You want us to be out here looking for green checks. We don't got time for that. When Lambo, sir. When Lambo. Bitcoin Cash futures trade. I gotta look into that, man. Tales from the Crypto. What's up? Cryptopia has ODN. Yes. Cryptopia has ODN. If you're interested in ODN, I do want you to do your own due diligence, but I did give a nice overview a few days ago. It's called Obsidian platform. Should you invest? It has I think I did a nice work on the nice job on the thumbnail. So go check that out. It's like 40 minutes or so. Only Obsidian. I didn't talk about anything else. Strictly Obsidian in that one. Is Bitcoin Barbie in the chat? Bitcoin Barbie, you in the chat? Do you know about BMC? Let's see if I know about BMC. Black Moon Crypto. Yes, I do know about Black Moon Crypto. I looked into Black Moon Crypto. I considered investing into it, and then at the last moment, I was just like, I don't think this is a good idea. Something about it. I was just like, I don't know. So their idea is to allow people to launch hedge funds and different things like that easily, right? I just don't see. I don't know. It sounds good. It sounds good because people are going to be looking to launch hedge funds. Now, if they're trying to focus on the average Joe, then no, this is going to be a terrible idea. But if they're actually focused on big money players who are legitimate people with, some of them would be accredited investors and things like that, and make it easy for them to launch different platforms, different hedge funds and things like that, then this would be a cool idea. I almost did invest in ICO. And at that time, Bitcoin was really choppy as well too. So I was like, I'm not gonna do any ICOs either. So I'm really glad I didn't. Oh, that's what it was. They were talking about a floor that they're gonna guarantee that the price doesn't go under. Once they said that, I said I'm out. I don't like that. That's fake. You're trying to lie to me. There's no way that you can guarantee that the price doesn't go under a certain price. You didn't even get that much donations. Your ICO didn't raise that much. Tezos almost has $1 billion in ICO funding. As far as they raised 250 million, Bitcoin went up like 4 times since then. So they have like $1 billion. And Tezos could never say, okay, we're going to launch a coin and we're going to guarantee it doesn't go under $1. And if Tezos was to come out and say that, I would sell my tokens because you're a liar and you think that I'm stupid. And I'm not stupid. So that's my rant on, oh yeah. And then it's oh yeah, no. Nope. If you are heavily invested in this is just my opinion. It doesn't mean anything, really. Pancake Meister. BNC is similar to Economy. Economy is another one that, that sound like Economy is kind of like a security. That's why they went so hard to make sure American investors could not get involved. Economy was one of, that was like one of the early on cryptos that were making sure that Americans could not get involved, because I think that they knew that they were kind of on the, they're paying dividends and these words are used. So I'm not interested in Economy. And not to say that the idea isn't bad, but I don't want to have my money in a trade and then wake up in the morning and it's like, oh, the SEC just classified Economy as a security, and then the price tanks in my sleep. That would blow mine. So any coin that I consider that risk to be a real thing, I do not trade or I do not invest in. Straight like that. Straight like that. All right, we only got. I'm gonna try to keep it to an hour because I don't want to. These things are too long. People aren't. We got to keep it consolidated. We're gonna. Hopefully, we can get these down to 30 minutes. But I like being here and talking with you guys, so that's gonna be hard. Pancake Meister has his bags ready. Chase, Bitcoin Cash up 8%. Is this a buy signal? Just because something is up does not mean it's a buy signal. That's one of the quickest ways to get burned. Buying things because they're up. No. This is definitely not a buy signal. The volume on this current move isn't all of that. It's been in a downtrend for some time now, for a few days, so I don't have to count. For the last 8 days, it's been in a downtrend. This is just an attempt to break trend. Right? This is just simply an attempt to break trend. This is what the market does. It comes down, it extends away from the moving averages, and then similar to a magnet, it snaps back into the moving averages. So this is just an attempt to break trend. For me to get into this, I need a close above 0.15 Bitcoin. And of a nice close with some volume. I need volume. Above 0.51 Bitcoin, and I'll get in. As far as where it's at right now. But these purple lines down here is where I want to see Bitcoin come. This is where I'm going to start entering. And yes, I said it. I am going to enter this trade. I am. That doesn't mean that I want Bitcoin Cash to be the real Bitcoin, or am I rooting for Bitcoin Cash? I'm rooting for profits, for more Bitcoin profits. And I think, judging off of this right here, and just simply this, and simply the principles that the long wick principles, and what are the long wick principles? Is the long wick principles are, and this goes for either direction, whether a long bullish wick or a long bearish wick to the downside, the market has a tendency of wanting to test this area out again. All right, so I am expecting on the shallow side, I would be absolutely shocked if Bitcoin Cash was ever 1-to-1 with Bitcoin, but I would not be surprised if it ever got back to the point where it's, one Bitcoin to, Bitcoin Cash is worth half of a Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised because it's already done it. That's what this long wick represents. It's already done it. So the next time it's going to do it, and it may very well do it again, and it's going to be a big news event and people are going to talk about it, whether it be Dragon Slayer or whatever it is that's going to cause it, I'm going to ride it up, and I'm going to make more Bitcoin and more Bitcoin Cash and more US dollars and all of that good stuff off of it. And just because I love you all, when I do it, I'm going to let you all know that I'm going to do it first. So whoever wants to come on the ride, let's go. What up? Are you guys still here, man? You guys sleeping on me? Let's look at Bitcoin. As these late night chats go on and altcoins come back, they're going to be really interesting because Saturday, Sunday, late nights, crypto, we get nice pops in altcoins. Bitcoin, Bitcoin is Bitcoin. But the late night streams are really interesting when alts are fun. And crypto overall is fun when alts are fun. Bitcoin is great too. And I am hardcore Bitcoin. But the whole crypto space as a whole is just much more fun when alts are moving too. All right, so we may. I was gonna say a morning star, but there's no gap, so I'm not gonna say that. But we could, and I would not be surprised if we started to get the reversal here on this candle. The 4 hour, the market is struggling at that level, and we drew it up. And I'm going to post this on Twitter if I haven't already, but I think I did. And you guys can go there, follow me at Chase That Coin, and you guys can take a picture of this or a screenshot or whatever it is that you do, and to try to keep up with this prediction. But this level, look how the market is really struggling with this level. And if we continue to get multiple bearish signals at this level, we're headed for the gun line, boss. We are headed for the gun line. Have I heard about the upcoming X8 cryptocurrency ICO? X8, no, I have not. I'm sorry, sir. I've gotten requested emails from a few ICOs to do reviews. I get a bunch of those. I normally just look at the project and I don't really write them back. Potcoin. Potcoin is an interesting one because Potcoin is one of these coins where people use news from the marijuana industry to say, look, it's bullish for Potcoin. And one of the things that people like to say is, you know, the people that's selling weed, they can't get bank accounts. That's true. But if they use, how is Potcoin gonna help them? All right, they're gonna sell people weed and Potcoin, and then what are they gonna do with the Potcoin? They're gonna have to sell the Potcoin for Bitcoin, and then they're gonna have to sell large amounts of Bitcoin to Coinbase or wherever, or OTC to get cash. And once the banks see that you're dealing with big amounts of cash from Bitcoin exchanges, the banks may shut your bank accounts down simply off of the dealing with Bitcoin. So Potcoin, if you really think about it, Potcoin isn't going to help marijuana at all. And if they start to accept a cryptocurrency for marijuana, it's not going to be Potcoin. It's going to be Bitcoin. But with all that aside, there is money to be made in Potcoin. I would not be looking to get into Potcoin here. Because as you can see, there is money to be made in Potcoin. And I forget the guy who's been calling this out a lot. What's his name? What is his name? I can't remember. You gotta look at the whole chart, because greedy people are looking at this one area right here. This is what the greedy people are looking at. They're only looking at what's happening right here. They think that all of this back here means nothing. It's dead and gone. That's what they think, but that's not true. And look what's happening. Yes, we are getting these big pops, and let me check. This is just evidence of pump and dumps. Somebody's pumping this to their group is all that is. Yeah, this is just pumping, people are pumping this to their group. All right, so that's why it's having these big abnormal spikes. These are a bunch of people fighting to buy over each other and just buying the price up. Obviously on a strategic call. No whales don't accumulate like this. Whales don't push the price up on themselves. They don't do this. This is pump and dump. But notice how it's getting smaller. Notice how these highs are getting smaller. Now I wouldn't discriminate. Let's try to determine where we could get where the next one will be at. Where is it? All right, so all I'm doing here is I'm measuring the distance from the top of this to the top of this wick. Then I'm going to bring this box down. All right, I'm going to bring this box down and put it at the top of this wick. All right, so this is the potential, all right, judging off of whoever is pumping and dumping this. This is the trend that they're taking. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a pop to the upside as far as to right here, or maybe even a pop here. But mind you, like I said, I think this is all pump and dump based on this. You might say it's whales. I say I've been in cryptocurrency for a long time and markets, period. And whales don't accumulate. Whales don't push the price up on themselves like this. All right. I wanted to acquire a lot of Obsidian. I would not push the price up from 50 cents to 60 cents on myself. That's dumb. Instead, I would buy in a little bit every day, or I would buy in chunks, wait a couple hours, let the market absorb it, you know, let the market hit some sales, bring the price back down, buy in some more. I wouldn't push the price up on myself. This is coordinated pump and dump. If you want to risk trying to catch it, the next move may bring it up to there's the next move to where I'm predicting it goes. There's 60% in pot. If you want to catch it, try to catch it. I would set my sells lower than what I predict it's gonna go to, just to guarantee that I get out. Well, if I was willing to risk it, but I'm not willing to risk playing with anything that I suspect people are pumping and dumping. And this is signs of pump and dump. This isn't anything good news from Potcoin, or this is pump and dump. Out of ordinary pump and dump. And the market cannot sustain this. That's why it's rejecting. And from a real technical standpoint, well, yeah. Like I said, you gotta do the wick principle. So the market is gonna look to eventually fill out one of these wicks. So yes, I'm saying that there is some upside, and whoever's pumping and dumping this, they might pump it and dump it up to 61, almost 6,200 satoshis. So if you're comfortable with that and that's your thing, more power to you. When Lambo, sir. Oh, my boy is in the chat. Gregory, what's up, boy? When Lambo, sir. When Lambo. Gregory's making a killing off a Sun contract right now, huh? Lots of moves today on it. No Lambos. Nah, I'm not thinking about Lambo. I'm thinking about Roadster. Roadster. When Roadster. Please, sir, tell me. When Roadster. Bugattis. Nah, Bugatti. I mean, yeah. Bugattis are cool. Bugattis are cool. I just like the Roadster, man. It's a 4-seater. Like, I like coupes too, but I like 4-seaters. You know what I'm saying? I like the 2-seaters. The 2-seaters are cool, but I need to be able to, if I want to, put two extra people in the back. Like, what if we're coming from the club? What if we just had a private section in the club and we're coming back and I can only fit another person? That's insanity. Gregory says SNC to the moon. I agree with you, brother. There's some potential there. Living off crypto says 200K, fastest car in the world. It's not the fastest car. I think their thing is the quickest. Because as far as like a mile race, if you put a Roadster and a Bugatti in a whole mile, in a quarter mile, the Roadster is going to be winning. The Roadster is going to win in that quarter mile. But over the length of the whole mile, the Bugatti is going to smoke the Roadster because the Bugatti is faster. the Tesla cars, they accelerate very quickly. So within a quarter mile, it can be a Bugatti and those different cars. So Teslas aren't the fastest cars; they're the quickest cars. Everybody go hit that like button, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. So that's my opinion on pot, guys. And if you like pot, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're in cryptocurrency and you're against marijuana, then that doesn't make sense. You gotta be, cryptocurrency is about choice, right? You wanna choose the money you wanna use. So if people wanna smoke weed, let them smoke weed. So what? Mark G says dump and pump. Huh? Dump and pump, dump and pump. Salt, I haven't done enough research into the structure of salt, but as far as lending coins overall, and I'm going to exclude salt from this one, but the others, the Regals and the BitConnect, I don't even consider, yes, I am drinking a beer. I don't even consider that to be crypto. EOS, I would not buy EOS right now, even though it can continue to go up. Yesterday in my live stream, I said I wouldn't be surprised if EOS broke top 10. I would not be surprised. It wouldn't make sense to me, but I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that Tesla semi truck was even dope. Let's do ETH because ETH. Oh, before we do that, Bitcoin Gold is just slowly trickling its way out. I think it's going to be a while before it gets out the top 10, simply because it's named Bitcoin. But I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin Gold. I like Bitcoin Cash much more than I like Bitcoin Gold, simply because I think Bitcoin Cash could actually do something. But this, no. I mean, but no. But if there's money there, I'm not going to deny it. Okay, yeah, that's what we're going to do. ETH. I think this is going to be the last chart, guys. These are getting too long. Nobody wants to watch a video for 2 hours. I know you guys are loving it because you guys are here live. So you guys are just like, keep going. Keep going, Shaka. So ETH BTC pair, it's not anything that I'm excited about. I am liking the fact that this is a notable level of support. Let me change the color on this because I don't like that. This is a good level of support down here. All right, so I wouldn't be running to sell my Bitcoin for Ethereum right now, but it would be something I would be looking to watch at this current level. Let's do Monero because Monero was one of my top coins to watch in December, along with Stratus, Obsidian, I think Monaco, but I don't know what's going on with Monaco. Okay, as far as BTC value, I do not like this chart. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. Well, I'm not going to say at all. I don't like that it's so close to this level and it's looking like it's struggling. I do like that we have a smaller trend line right here on the daily time frame. So we got a little smaller squeeze going right here. I'm going to extend this out. So I take that back. I do. There's some stuff to work with here. There's some stuff to work with here. But if it continues to struggle at this line, I would run for the hills. But in my opinion, in a comparison to something like Dash and different things, Monero is way undervalued. All right, so this isn't a bad trade. This isn't. Especially because we have the quicker moving average, which is starting to curve upward. All right, we have the market respecting this slight upward trending line. All right, we got a squeeze forming. All right, so we do have that. On the negative side, the market has attempted to break through this level 2 to 3 times in the recent past. So, excuse me, 4. I forgot about counting this one. So we have some positives, we have some negatives. But when I made that call, we were down here. I want to get the exact date. I don't want to mess it up. But we were definitely in November. So let's say we were from here to here. So we're in the profit. We're somewhere in the profit. I think I did that early. It was definitely in November. So if you took that call, you're in the profit. I still do think Monero is way undervalued, like I said. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap this one up. We've been here for a while. Are lending platforms a scam? Is that what you mean? A lot of them are very shady. Very shady. So I'm gonna exclude it temporarily simply because of Eric Voorhees. But the rest of them, BitConnect, Regal Coin, all these other ones where it's mainly based around referrals, scam. Cryptocurrency isn't based around you referring somebody else. It's based around digital scarcity, digital security, decentralization, innovation, bright minds. You know, sometimes you're betting on the person more so than the current idea, maybe. It's about a bunch of things, but it's not about referrals. So, well, that's it, guys. I don't want to make this one too long. We've been here for an hour plus. Drinking warm beer. I've had this beer for like an hour, guys. What's going on, man? But anyway, I don't want to hold you guys up. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please hit like, turn on post notifications, and of course, you got to subscribe before you turn on post notifications. Or you could do it in either order. I don't really care. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseThatCoin. I am giving away 100 Obsidian. All you have to do is follow me on Twitter at ChaseThatCoin. Go down, look for my tweet where I say to retweet it, retweet that tweet, and follow me. Excuse me, and you have the chance to win a free 100 Obsidian. I'm thinking I'm going to do it a few times. Give away a few 100 Obsidian. Yeah. And until tomorrow, guys, keep chasing that coin, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.